What inspired you to start broking and investment advisory services business?
Uh, Basically, since the age I was I think 18, I've been in the stock markets, and I started off with IPOs, public issues, matlab, and then became a sub broker, and then became a uh, broker with Cochin Stock Exchange, and then National Stock Exchange. So I've had a hands-on experience in investments, in IPOs, in everything, and I thought it's a good thing to do as a in the personal front, as well as for the greater as investors. It's a nice thing. It's a nice way of creating wealth. So I thought, why not have a complete range of all the products, be a full-fledged broker. That's how it started.
What services you are offering to investors?
So investors, we offer all kinds of service as far as the wealth is concerned. So we are into equity broking, commodities broking, currencies broking. We have research advisory. We have mutual funds. We'll be soon launching a discount broking model. Except for debt funds, which we are not very active in now, we have the product, but we're not very active. Except in debt, we are generally there in most of the assets which investors need to create wealth.
What are your unique strengths?
Our biggest strength would be our research. So we have a good research team, and we identify shares which can create wealth in the long run. We also have technical based research, both in equities and commodities, as well as in currencies. Equity research and commodity research, they're very active desk, and we have a good success rate as far as our calls are concerned, and that is something which our clients look up to and trade. So that, I think, is our big strength, the research part of it. It helps clients also, investors also, to create wealth there. Also, we have a reasonably good strength in technology. If you look at the discount broking model, I mean, if you look at the traditional broking model, uh, we've been generally in the forefront of technology. Discount broking, we are a little behind as far as technology is concerned, but yes, we are catching up very fast, and hopefully there also in the next maybe 6 to 12 months we should catch up very quickly there. But our key strength, if you ask me, would be research, technology, and also a relationship based broking. So uh, we have uh, we have very strong relations with our investors. We have relationship managers. We have branch managers who have generally a one-to-one relation with our top clients. With most of our clients, we have a good relation. All clients are allocated relationship managers and dealers, and the one-to-one relationship also helps quite a bit.
How would you like to define the achievements?
Achievements, I think, if you ask me, we've generally been reasonably successful in the markets. We've always been in the top 2, 3 brokers in Kerala, top 10, 12 brokers in South India. We have a network of about 31 branches across India, most of which are in South India, but we are also there in Maharashtra and in some parts of North India like Gujarat and all that. Our biggest network is in Kerala. Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Telangana. These are our major states, Karnataka. These are our major southern states. We have a network of about 750 to 800 franchisees, apart from the 30 odd branches we have. And we have roughly about 110,000 odd customers as we speak, and it's expanding in a reasonably good pace. So I would say, as far as success is concerned, we have been successful in the markets, and the success more than the network, I think, is that because of the research that we have, a lot of our clients have been able to create wealth for themselves also.
How has been the performance of your recommendations?
Recommendations, as I was saying, have generally been quite good. I think we have a success rate of anywhere between 75 to 80%. No one is right all the time, so we do have our own failures sometimes. But if you ask me generally, I think 80% is a very good strike rate. And I mean, our research is there on the website. We periodically send performance reports to all our clients. It's put in the website. We have a good success rate both in equities and in commodities. markets.
What are the major tools you use to identify multi-baggers?
So we use a combination of fundamental analysis and technical analysis. So our team first looks at the stock, the fundamental values of the stocks, whether the promoters are good, what has been the industry size, what are the moats around it, what are the strength of the companies, management quality, all these things. What is the market cap? What has been the previous track record of the promoters, as well as the share price movements over the last few years? Have they been delivering returns? Have they been consistently growing at a reasonably good pace? Once we analyze all that, then we come to the technical side of it and try and understand what is the right value for it. What is the right entry point for it? So, based on fundamentals, we based on the fundamentals, we look whether the share is good or not good to invest or not, and based on the technicals, we look at the entry point. So that's how we generally do it, and it's been working well for us.
What are the challenges?
Challenges. It's a pretty competitive market. That is one challenge. Regulation wise, there are a lot of regulatory changes happening now. Almost all of them are definitely for the good of the markets. In fact, if you see last 20 years, it's been a very heavily regulated field, and that's only helped the industry. Volumes have kept going up. Today, I think India is one of the second largest stock exchange in the world. It's got a very good ecosystem, and thanks to the regulations, uh, more and more new investors are coming in. At the same time, you have short-term challenges in terms of implementing these regulations. But overall, I think the big challenge, if I say, would be a little in the terms of the competitive environment that we work in, and also the pace of technology change. That can be an advantage and a disadvantage. We're trying to convert that into an advantage. So not too many challenges. It's a very exciting field. I've always had a passion for stock markets. It's a very exciting field, and I enjoy whatever challenges are there. We ride the challenge, we overcome the challenges, and we move ahead.
How do you look at the opportunities?
Lot of opportunities. I think India, while as from the exchange perspective, India is one of the largest stock exchanges in the world. NSE is one of the largest stock exchanges in the world. In terms of penetration, I think India's penetration is still very low. We hardly have about 2-3% of the population which trades in the stock market or which invests in the stock market. This number has the potential to go up even 10x from here. So 30-40% is what you see in a lot of developed countries. The percentage is higher in some countries, but on an average, if you look at it, about 30% is what 30 to 35% of the population should be there in stocks. And right now we are at less than 10% of it. So there is a 10x opportunity here. Thanks to technology, the entire process of investors entering the stock market is getting democratized. People are able to invest much more easily today than they were able to invest, say, 10 years back. So that is a huge opportunity, and that's an opportunity we are all trying to explore and expand our business there. So opportunities are very large, both in terms of wealth creation and in terms of the expansion of network and expansion of the client base. Opportunities are very, very large.
What is the feedback of your clients?
Our feedback of clients, as far as research is concerned, have always been positive. I told you one of our big strengths is research. So feedbacks generally are very positive. Of course, with a large base of 1 lakh customers, you do have some issues which come up once in a while, but we have a customer care team which addresses it. Overall, if you ask me, the client's main idea would be to create wealth and to make some money either from trading or from investments. And there the feedback of our clients have been good. The clients enjoy the one-to-one relation we have with most of our clients. And the feedback has generally been good. Whatever issues come up, they are looked into and they are sorted out as early as possible.
What is your message to investors?
My message to investors, please always remember that investment is a long-term game. It can create a huge amount of wealth, and the markets will always fluctuate. The markets will go up, they will go down. You will see losses in portfolios, but always invest in frontline shares, especially if you're a beginner. Either if you're a complete beginner, maybe you should use the mutual fund route, and then as you progress, start investing directly. But invest in frontline companies or in companies where management is good. The critical thing is always the management. If the management is good, the company will do well and the company will generate good returns for you. You should never invest with borrowed funds. Your risk profile you must be aware of. So only invest amounts where you can afford to lose 20, 30, even 40%. It happens very rarely, like what we saw recently in Corona. The entire market went down by almost 40% and we saw huge losses. But what happened after a few months itself? We are almost back to where we were. That is, the Nifty was the Nifty is hardly 10% below its all-time highs. So markets may go down, but they always go back up. The long-term trend of the markets is bullish. You must have patience. You must invest over the long run. You must have at least a 5 to 10 year view when you invest. And if you do that, there's a lot of money to be made in investing. Banks, FDs do not give you great returns. In fact, they would just about match the inflation rate or maybe slightly above it. Whereas the stock markets give you returns which are typically twice the FD rates. Also, they are more tax efficient. So every way you look at it, they are a good way, whether it is in terms of taxation, whether it's in terms of long-term wealth creation. Stock market is the place where you should be. You should be investing in stocks. Please remember, when you invest in stocks, you're actually partnering with some of the best brains in the country. So as long as you're invested in frontline, good quality stocks, you will continue to make money. Please don't see this as a very short-term game. Please don't over leverage. Please don't trade excessively. Invest wisely in frontline stocks, and there's a lot of money, lot of wealth to be created in the long.
What are your future plans?
Our future plans, the immediate future, we are launching our discount broking model. We are tying up with a lot of companies for various products. For example, risk allocation softwares, mutual funds, how the portfolios can be rejigged, your digital market, your digital space. So there are a lot of the algos. There are a lot of things we are tying up with various companies for. And the discount broking model is being launched. So all these things, there are a lot of activity happening in the company right now. And all these things in the next few months, we'll start seeing good results. And the idea is to reach out to maximum number of customers with the maximum facilities that we can offer. And I see very exciting times ahead for our company and for the markets in general.
Any other important point or highlight or story you may like to share?
A lot of stories actually. I've spent my lifetime in capital markets. I've seen huge upsides. I've seen downsides. I've seen a lot of things. I'm now almost 32 years into the stock markets. I love to say that, before I fell in love with my wife, I fell in love with the stock markets. So stock markets is something, it always keeps you on your toes. You always are updated with what's happening around the world. Anything happening in any country can actually impact you and your investments. So you will always be updated. Stock markets are very exciting. A lot of stories in stock markets. There are companies which have generated 1000x returns. And if you could find a company which is even say 20, 30x, forget the 1000x, even 20, 30x, and you invested a reasonably decent amount, your life is free. So in stock markets, keep on the lookout for shares which have the potential to grow. Stock markets, while definitely research has a lot of work, to some extent it's also simple in the sense, for example, you invest in companies that produce things which you would use for the next 20 years. FMCGs, for example, pharma, for example. These are sectors where you could make a lot of money. It's a very exciting journey. And please keep your journey. Think of it for the long term. Invest in good quality stocks. lot of, I mean, I'm sure tomorrow you will have a lot of stories going ahead. I have a lot of stories in my investment journey, in my career as a stockbroker, everything. And I'm sure tomorrow, if you are in it for the long term, you will have your own good stories.